beautiful, grand morning, you know? Sun's out for some, and who knows what it is for others, but it's a beautiful morning. So it doesn't matter if this is, you know, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is, because time's just a construct that we created. But today we have something very important to discuss, you know? And one is this: no one's coming to save you. You, the mirrored image, you got more inside of you than you can ever imagine. And everything we've ever been looking for or seeking has been right in front of us. It's never been something to go find, but to discover. So, first, before we start, let's place our hands on our heart and take a deep breath. And hold and let go. Let's take another breath and hold. Let's just say body, mind, soul, being of the fallen matrix, fallen mindset. Completely deactivate, turn off. When you say body, soul, mind of creator mode, divine, that we've always been, fully activate, fully on. Let's just take a moment and let's arrive. Not in your thoughts and not in your yesterdays, but right here, right now. So, yesterday we explored what you are beyond identity, beyond belief, and beyond conditioning. But today is where it becomes real. Because understanding truth intellectually is not enough. It does not automatically change your experience whatsoever. So the real question is this: if you are already whole, if you are already connected, why does life feel like struggle, confusion, or disconnection? That's why we're stepping into today, by the way, not theory, embodiment. See, you can hear truth, right? You can even agree with it and even feel it deeply in a moment and still return to old patterns. Why? Because your system has been trained. Your brain builds neural pathways through repetition. The nervous system learns patterns of safety and threat. And your identity forms through memory and reinforcement. So even when you encounter truth, your body may still operate from the past. And this is why people say, I understand this, but I don't feel it. And the gap is the work. Someone can know that they are worthy, but still feel anxiety in relationships. Still overthink and still seek validation. And that's not because the truth is wrong. See, it's wrong. It's because the pattern is still active. So this path is not about learning more ideas. It's actually about dissolving what no longer aligns with us. Let's bring this into some science now. See, your nervous system filters reality. And when you are in survival mode, stress, fear, pressure, your brain prioritizes threat detection. And you literally see the world differently: more danger, more separation, more lack. But when your system is regulated, your perception changes. You feel more connected, more present, more open. Same world, different state. So when we talk about what oneness or connection is, we're not talking spiritually. We're talking biologically. See, your state determines your experience of reality. So embodiment requires this: you must learn to regulate your internal state, not control life, but stabilize your awareness within it. So close your eyes for a moment and inhale slowly and exhale slowly. And drop your attention into your chest, your body. See, this is where alignment begins, right here. You are not your thoughts. Let's go deeper into this, into the mind. Thoughts are constantly appearing, but you are aware of them, which means they are not you. Okay? This is not philosophy. This is you can actually observe this directly. A thought comes in, right? For instance, I'm not enough. I'm a piece of shit. I need to do more. And what if I fail? And if you don't question it, you become it, right? But the moment you observe it, you separate from it. And this is very powerful because now you are no longer trapped inside the pattern. You're now the eye of the storm. And you think of thoughts like clouds, and if you identify with them, you're inside the storm. If you observe them, you're the sky, the eye of the storm. The clouds move, but the sky remains. So the question becomes, are you the thoughts or the awareness of it? So right now, notice your next thought. Don't stop it. Don't change it. Just watch it appear and disappear. That's called awareness, you know, and it is closer to what you are than any identity you built. Now, we move into identity, and most of what you call you is learned. Your beliefs, your reactions, your fears, they were shaped over time by family, by culture, by experience. And here's the key: if it was learned, it can be unlearned. But this requires awareness because unconscious patterns feel automatic. They feel like this is just who I am. But that's not true. That's just repetition. If someone rejects you and your immediate reaction is, I'm not good enough, that's not true. That's conditioning, right? What is, what in the, hey, how's it going? So that's conditioning. And the moment you see it clearly, it begins to lose its power. See, this is the process of returning, not becoming something new, but removing what isn't real. Now we come back to something critical: authority. See, if you are already connected to the source, then no one stands in between you and truth now, does it? This doesn't mean you don't learn from others. It means you stop giving your power away. You stop believing that someone else has access to something you don't. You stop throwing your pearls before swine. And this is what Gnosis teaches pointed to, is that Gnosis means direct knowing, not belief, not faith in someone else's experience, your own. So the shift is this: from following to recognizing, from seeking to seeing. And with that comes responsibility because now you can't pretend you don't know. So, what does this actually look like in daily life? It looks like awareness in real time, catching yourself in the moment. And when you're reacting instead of responding, when you're trying to prove your worth, when you're acting from fear instead of clarity, and instead of judging it, you observe it, that observation alone begins to shift the pattern. And this is embodiment, not perfection, awareness, and action. You feel triggered instead of reacting immediately. You pause and you notice. This is a pattern. You know, that pause is actually power. That's where change actually happens. See, at the end of all this, what you find is simplicity, being. See, truth is not complicated. We complicate it. And we, to feel control, we complicate it. To feel advanced. But nature doesn't do that. See, a tree doesn't question its worth. It doesn't try to become something else. Look at my tree. I'm going to become a flower now. A tree doesn't question its worth. It doesn't try to become something. It doesn't morph into a whole other thing. It is what it is. It expresses fully as it is. And that is alignment. So maybe this pain isn't about becoming something higher. Maybe it's about returning to what you already are. See, you're not separate. You never were. But now you have the awareness to live like it. And that changes everything. It changes how we do life, changes how we sit in life, changes how we walk through anything, even including chaos. Remember the truth of our existence. We are not all the things that we've been molded to believe we are. Oh, we are much more. So don't forget that. Well, you guys, we will catch you tomorrow. So make sure you come on here. We'll see you at 8 a.m. But peace and love and light. Take care of yourselves. Till next time.